back to the channel, guys. Today what we're going to be doing is changing our windscreen. Now this one's pretty scratched up, so what I've done is I've gone and ordered one off eBay. Pretty cheap, you can get these for about 30 bucks. We're going to open it up in just a moment. I'm going to show you how to get the old one off. Nice and easy. You've got your rubber walnuts in there, so they're going to be a bit tricky to get out. So I'll be showing you how to get them out and get them in pretty easy. Yeah, basically let's unwrap this, show you what we're working with, and then we'll get straight into that and basically undo it all, get a new one in, all done. Okay, so let's get to it. You're gonna need a few tools. We've got a standing off there, but be very careful when you're opening your package, you don't want to scratch it. Screwdriver, got a ratchet there, a bit of oil, we'll show you what we'll use that for later, and just a bit of duct tape. Okay. Let's get this open. So these basically cost about 30 bucks off eBay. We've gone for a dark smoke. It's a double bubble. Check it out, let's show you a bit closer. Pretty cool. Should look pretty tough on the bike. So basically that's what it should look like, finished product. Nice, just make sure that all lines up. Yep, it's a good fit. Okay, so let's get the old one off. I'm going to switch over to head cam in just a second, and then that way you guys can see exactly what we're dealing with here. On the up close, I might actually do that just on the part where we get the mirrors off, because we are going to remove the mirrors, just to allow a bit of leeway to kind of pull these upper fairings forward so we can actually slide those walnuts out of there, because the rubber will grip and it's going to be a real hard thing to do without actually getting the mirrors off and being able to move those. So we'll get to that in just a second, but first we'll undo these 6 screws here, then we'll get to the mirrors and we'll jump on it. Let's go. The second screwdriver, let's basically use that as a kind of a pry because it was a little bit loose off the rubber walnut there. So what I did is pried the screw forward and lifted it so the rubber grommet could actually grip on the inside of that upper fairing. And then we unscrewed it that way for the screw to actually come out, because it was actually just spinning in there. So it made it a little easier, but just be careful you don't nick your paint, guys. Be very gentle. If you want, you can use a rag under it. But I just done it very carefully and gently there. Tried not to touch the paint and actually like lifted the screw out. Be very careful with these screws also, they are plastic if you're using the originals. We want to reuse those ones, so we don't want to round them off. Yeah, be very careful with those. Get the right size screwdriver. Okay, so let's try and get these mirrors off. We'll switch to head cam in just a second, and I'll show you how to get the mirrors off on the inside, and then we'll go from there. Let's do it. Okay, so we're on head cam. Let's just check this out, guys. So we've got a couple of screws down there with your nuts on them, the fasteners there. What we're going to do is get these off. We're just going to grab our ratchet and loosen them off. So I'll just get that right now. Okay, so they're the ones we want right there. Hope you guys are getting a good angle on that. Careful not to scratch your fairings, guys. Okay, it's coming loose now. Okay, that's been a little difficult, so. As they're getting looser, guys, your mirror is going to drop, so it's going to kind of like start falling. Just hold it in place there. It keeps it basically on a good angle where your threads there are actually coming out, the studs, sorry. That way they're not kind of tilted up like in there, so you can't kind of get your tool on there. So just hold it up like that, nice and straight. Easy done. Okay, we're not going to remove the actual wiring loom. I'm going to show you a little trick just to make it a little easier. Okay, so what we've got now, guys, the mirrors are off. We've taped them up so they're not going to scratch our fairings at all. Basically, the rubber walnuts are actually right down there, and they've probably actually fallen off. So we're going to try and wiggle that out, and straight out she comes. So that's the old one there. Pretty scratched up, that's why we're changing it. Okay, so we've got our long nose pliers there. The reason we actually undid those mirrors there is so that we have got that flexibility there, because we have got the front stay bracket there, the mount there. So when they're actually screwed in, it makes it very difficult to get in there at all, guys. So just try not to lose your grommet like I did. Nice and gentle, that's one. And that's two. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting these into the new windscreen. So I'm going to do this to the top two and these bottom two here. The middle two we're not going to do because that still has to go through the actual front stay bracket. Now the oil comes into it, guys. It wasn't for me and my tanning lotions, so that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of oil on these bottom two here. This will lubricate them so that when we do go to slide them in, it's not going to get caught up on that actual stay bracket there, because the rubber walnuts, they'll actually kind of grab it and twist in and kind of pull out of that windscreen. We don't want that. Want it nice and easy, so the oil should help slide it straight through there. So let's just put a bit on there now. Might have put just a little bit much on that one. You really don't need too much on it. Okay. Let's try and slide this bad boy in. So we'll go with one side first. When you are pulling, remember peoples, don't pull too high up here. Weak point, try and get down there where it's a bit tougher. I'll actually go from underneath here. Kind of compress that in as well. I'm just pushing that walnut, compressing it, squashing it down, sliding it in at the same time. Okay, that's one through. Now for the other side, just push it up. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, so that's slid in pretty easy. Nice. I wish I would have learned that trick with the oil the first time I put that windscreen back on, when I changed the fairings on the front here, because my fairing was damaged. I did quite a bit on this bike. Basically changed that whole side there, had the tank resprayed. Someone did have a light drop on it, new plastics, new tail. Yeah, basically oil made a huge difference. It took me a long time to get the other two in last time I did it. Okay, so let's get these screws in first. The other two long screws should go through your midsection there, because you have got that front stay bracket once again. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. Pretty easy procedure, not too hard. There are a few videos out there on YouTube. I did watch one myself. I don't recall who it was, but you know, thumbs up to that guy, absolute dude. A few helpful pointers in there, but yeah, what a finish. So thanks for watching again, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, this is Street Flavour. Peace out.
Flavoured.